Hello, gorgeous people, how are you? Today I'm talking about stagnant energy, I'm talking about suffering, and I'm talking about the Great Awakening. All in in 8 minutes. I'll tell you all about it on the other side. So I don't know what you think about where we are at the moment. But I feel that we've hit the calm bit. But it's not calm as in hey, everything's groovy. It's like a bit, I don't know, stagnant. A bit stagnant, okay? And interestingly enough, I was just listening today to Robert, who does the astrology and everything here in Spain, and he was talking about this particular moment with the alignment of the planets, that the energy is scattered. Right? And that kind of resonated very much with me at the moment, how I feel things are. It's a bit scattered. There's like all kinds of shit happening everywhere, but stupidity everywhere, and there's nothing you can grab on to. Yeah, I noticed that the September the 24th came and went, didn't it? Came and went. So anyway, so I was saying to the emissaries, it's a bit stagnant. It's a bit like nothing's happening. And they said, oh, no. There's a lot happening. They said, like what? They said, what's happening at the moment is happening internally with a lot of people, not visibly. Okay? It's happening, they said, there are shifts happening in people, but they're not visible. We can't see them, and we're not going to hear them either. And they give me the analogy of poker players. And they said, lots and lots of people are putting those cards down and picking some new cards up. But in game of poker, you don't let on poker face. There's Lady Gaga, who's probably united with the devil, I think, probably, given the stuff that I've seen. And she sung about poker face. So that these people are sitting here with new cards, they're looking and going, oh my God, now I see it. But as in a game of poker, and bear in mind, this is the environment that they've created for us, which is, don't speak out. Think it, but just don't say it. Because if you say it, you can get into a lot of trouble. And lots of people are very scared about speaking. So they're kind of sitting there with a poker face. They're looking at the cards. They know what's happening. They've shifted already on the inside, but they haven't spoken out. Okay? That's what the emissary said to me. So they said, there's a lot happening. So I said, okay, then, for those people to speak out, to lay the cards down, what's going to happen? What's going to have to happen? And I said, are they going to have to suffer? Okay, and because this has been a theme, people really don't wake up until they suffer. And the emissary said yes and no. It depends on the person, depends on the situation. So they said, not everybody needs to suffer, but some will suffer. But some just have to see the suffering. And they used this. These are their words. It was bizarre the way it came through. They said, some people are going to have to be executed, but others only need to see the execution. Right? That was their metaphor. A bit of a dark metaphor, I thought, but that was exactly the metaphor that they give me. And then, just the other day, I saw a video of a doctor from the UK, and this doctor is calling a halt to this thing, yeah? He's calling a halt to it. He's saying it's got to be stopped, right? So I watched it. I thought, that's interesting. Let's see what he has to say. So I watched it, and the person who was interviewing him said, he was on GB News, I think, but you read at the beginning of the plan/demic, he didn't say that, he said pandemic, you were quite outspoken about everybody having to get this, and that it was very good for them, and it was going to save mankind. And the guy said, yes, I did. And he did, and they showed some clips of him saying, you have to get it, and the people who are anti the VAX, They're just using information that's faulty, it's wrong, it's a conspiracy, all of that, yeah? He was really anti those people, anti us. And he pushed and pushed and pushed the vaccine. And then what happened? His father got the vaccine and died. 73 years old. The doctor's a cardiologist. He deals with heart stuff. He said he knew his father's medical history. Nobody had any problems like that in the family. His father was really fit and healthy, and he died. And now he's speaking out about it. And not only is he speaking out, but all right, to a degree, he's saying he's, all the other of those, they're great, but this one's bad. Okay? And he's really speaking out. Now, that's great. That's great that he's speaking out. And goodness knows we need more of those people. But he had to lose his father to do that. He had to lose his father. So he had to watch the execution. Yeah? And not only did he have to watch it, but he actually was a fundamental part of organizing the execution. And I watched it, and in one part of me was thinking, well done, because this is what has to happen. The people who were pro need to become anti and speak out. And another part of me thought, and how many people have you indirectly killed by doing what you did? That's something that they've got to live with, right? And that's the suffering also that's going to go on the inside. They're going to have to suffer. God knows what his conscience must be like. God only knows what he must be suffering inside, knowing that he was part of that wheel that went round, crushing people. So that's kind of what the emissaries were saying, that where we are is that people are starting to see. People are starting to lose family members. Tremendous amounts of loss. Numbers are up higher than they've ever been. This is another part of this wave, the waves that they were talking about, which is the actual repercussions of that. They're going to wake up a tremendous amount of people. So there's a lot going on, even though at the moment the energies are scattered and we're not really seeing anything tremendously, something we can hang on to. We're still in a good place. There's still a lot happening under the surface, okay? So our job is just to hang on, just to keep going. The same guy, Robert, was talking about timings and everything, and what he's saying is by March of next year, and I'm not one to give dates, I'm just passing on this information. I think we're in a wonderful time now. I don't think we need to be waiting for anything. But he was talking about the alignments, and in March something very, very significant happens, and it's going to be the start of where the energy, this scattered energy, is going to come together, and we're going to start to be really, really moving, and we're going to be able to unite and everything, because it's taken a while to unite, isn't it, for God's sake? Even though we know how to unite, we just have to believe in one thing, that's all. But it's taken a while. But that's because of, there's more than just us involved in all of this. There's this whole energetic field that's going on around us. So March is a really great place. And once we get to that place, then it's just going better and better and better and better. And this is for years, according to him. Better and better for years. Okay? So we've just got to keep doing what we're doing. Trust in this process in which we are in. Do our bit for the process. Do your bit for the process. All right? This process is going to happen whether you do your bit or not. It's going to happen. There's no stopping it. However, everybody, all of us want to be able to look back on this time with pride. To look back on this moment and say, I was part of that. I did my bit. I helped. Okay? Rather than I sat in, rather than the Joe Biden style, which is go down into your basement and lock yourself away. You can do that as well. And look, if you're a sensitive soul, do that. Take care of yourself. Just hold up. But really, it's time. This is the time for action. Action now, because we are creators. We are all part of God. This is Our actions create, our thoughts create. And so we can help to speed this along, okay? And it's okay, everything's okay. Everything's happening the way it should happen. And no matter what they threaten, right, they haven't got the power now. The baddies don't have the power. It's leeching away from them. They can threaten what they like. Look at all of the threats that they have given us over the last 2 years. Look at all of the threats. Concentration camps and not being able to move and no money and all kinds of stuff. Starvation. We're still living. You're still watching this video. Their threats are empty and they're becoming more and more empty. So don't worry so much about that. All right? You focus on getting yourself in a great place, strong, healthy, physically healthy, emotionally healthy, mentally healthy. That's it. That's the best you can do. Yeah. And speak your truth. All right. I love you all. I'll see you later. Have a great week.